They have this now. It's what? How many years in a row we've been having
I think they've had this 3 or 4 years in a row now.
And it's a nice event.
Tell you what, Doug, it's still all dependent upon this last event. You got to remember now that every score counts, and if any one of the athletes has problems, the other team can pull right in.
Yes.
And it's the fact that the last event's the high bar, of course, a fall from the high bar, and you're going to lose a full point.
Now, Nebraska will be up first here, followed by Oklahoma, then Iowa State. Ron Gallegos of Nebraska leads off.
Here's Ron's routine. There's a stem to handstand, immediate stalder. Comes in, pirouette, toe on, toe off, whoo-ee. And a real interesting skill that I haven't seen too much before, and he had some problems with it, and again, that's going to cost him a little bit. Stoops in.
Some more problems.
Yes, most definitely. This is surely going to hinder Nebraska's score right here. It's coming back, a blind change, regular pirouette change, or half turn, getting ready for his dismount, beat a couple giants, and a double back somersault. Okay, Doug, actually, potentially, Ron Gallegos has a very nice exercise. He does what's called a Tkachev flip, named after a Russian gymnast. However, Francis Allen in front of me is giving a little bit of a concerned stare. But, however, he did not quite get over the bar enough, and so consequently almost landed on the bar. And then he had trouble on a dislocated giant. He was not able to make it over the top.
Might mention that in the all-around, after 5 events with just this one to go, Scott Johnson, 47.9 already. And Rick Atkinson of Iowa State is second for 46.6, and Brett Finch of Iowa State is third, 46.2. We're waiting for the scores for Nebraska's first high bar man, Ron Gallegos. And I see an 8, an 8-2, a 7-6, and an 8-2.
8-2, 8-2.
And that makes it 8.1. Now, can Iowa State take advantage of this? Well, we'll see. Of course, Nebraska has some outstanding high bar people, and you'll see Phil Cahoy for the first time tonight, too.
Here's Mark Oates from Oklahoma. There's a cast, back up rise, comes back in, free hip to handstand, a couple of giant swings, a full twist over the bar, very nicely done. Toe on, toe off half turn, to another free hip up to a handstand, blind change. There's a full twist change back to regular giants. Preparing for his dismount, and a full in back out, or a double back with a full twist. Nice routine, Doug.
Young freshman from Oklahoma. We say that quite often. There are lots of freshmen in this meet for the Sooners.
Dismount this side.
See it again.
There's a blind change by Mark. There's a full twist change, and he does a half turn right back to regular giants. Beating his giants, trying to get more speed and acceleration. Full twist, and then he pulls the tuck around, double back. Very nice. Full twisting double back. Good dismount, good routine. You're going to see some good scores.
You're going to see Mark Bowers come up next for Iowa State. He had a slip on the parallel bars, and we'll see. He'd like to put his concentration together here and make up for it in this event. There you see him. One of a set of twins. His brother is on the Nebraska team. 9-1, 9-3, 8-9, 8-9. Score is 9.0 for Oates. Here's Mark Bowers.
This is a good event for Mark. Mounts with a nice cast, high back uprise, right into a regular stalder, hop, immediate back stalder, very nicely done. Difficult combination. Stoops in, inverted giants. Very nice, hops out. And there's a heck vault. Very nice. Hips up, half turn, regular giants, late stalder, very nice. Accelerating his giant swings. And a double back, very nice exercise for Mark Bowers, and boy, they needed it, Doug.
see a big sigh there at the end. He was glad to be able to come back.
Well, that's really critical, not only for the fact that the team scored, but they get that one done after Ron Gallegos had a little problem. So here's his heck vault. Nice high, and he's got to catch that bar, which he did very nicely. Hops his hands, kips up to handstand. Pirouettes. Here's his Stalder. He's a little bit flat on it, but gets back out okay.
See 2.93s so far, Mike.
Accelerating his giant swings and a nice late double back somersault. And a good landing.
Well, it's unanimous. 9.3s. And that makes up 1.2 points. Very fast. And there is again a 0.5 lead for Iowa State.
And here's his brother Mike. It's a free hip over, late Stalder, and a flyaway half or a Delchev. Very nice. One of the new types of release moves that are being done now. Stoops in. Here's Mike's inverted giants. Hop out half turn. Late Stalder. Very nice. Preparing for his dismount. And a nice high full twisting double back. Good thing too, Doug. He almost overturned that a little bit, but he kept it on his feet.
But a nice brother act there by the Bowers.
Yeah, back to back. They did a heck of a nice job.
One for Iowa State, one for Nebraska. So I think I said 0.5. I meant 0.05. 500ths lead for Iowa State. Iowa State will have Brett Finch coming, Rick Atkinson and Lindell, and Kunios.
Here's Mike. There's his flyaway half. Very nice. Kips up to handstand. Scoops his legs between his hands, shoots out into inverted giants. Hop out immediate half turn. And a very nice exercise for Mike Bowers of Nebraska.
Yes, I see some 9.5 over here, 9.3, 9.4, and 9.1. I guess we'll have to have a conference. Let's listen in to Russ Telecki. He scored the 9.1.
I've got non-commensurate mounted. Okay, I had 210C mounted A plus A as far as I could see. A free hip flat followed by a giant and the Stalder.
Okay, I'll give the free up a B.
Okay.
It was marginal 8.
Okay.
We're in range.
All right, just wanted to bring it up.
I think they're going to come down on this.
Now, the scores were in range, but Russ Telecki felt that someone might have missed something. Now that
I see.
Head judge has that prerogative. He can call it a conference at any time.
All right, then, 9.1, 9.3, 9.4, 9.5, and the score is 9.35 for Mike Bowers. This is Ben Fox of Oklahoma.
Free hip to handstand for Ben. There's a Stalder. Blind change. Stoops his legs in. Inverted giants. Very nice. Hop out half turn. Toe on, toe off. And a full in back out dismount. Ben Fox, Oklahoma. Pretty good routine there, Doug.
Ben Fox, one of those 2 straight A students on that Oklahoma team. Looking at it again, high bar.
Here's his regular Stalder. Comes back with a blind change. Nice late stoop. Good extension for his inverted giants. Hop out immediate half turn. Toe on, toe off to a handstand. And Coach Zert coming in, taking a look at his dismount here. Full twist, back out, full twisting double back. Good job for Ben Fox.
9.3, 9.2, 9.2, 9.3. For Ben Fox, 9.3. 9.25 for Ben Fox. Now, the last man up in this set of 3 is Brett Finch of Iowa State. He had an 8.5 in the pommel horse, but he's done extremely well in every other event. High scores over 9. And here he is.
Here's Brent's mount. Stem Stalder. Immediate half turn. Late Stalder. Right back up the handstand. Very nicely done. Blind change. Stoops his legs in, shoots out, dislocates into an eagle giant, half turn out. Another late stalder. Couple giants, toe on. Toe off Rudolph. Very nice routine for Brett Finch. Great way to end the meet for him. And of course, again, putting more pressure on each Cyclone gymnast and Nebraska gymnast, Doug, as we get to the end of this competition.
The one he's trying to match, if you want to put it that way, you don't really match just any one person, but it comes down that way.
That's right.
One against the next one. Bowers had 9.35.
There was a stalder, half turn, regular stalder again. Another blind change. Very nice. Gets ready for his stoop through into eagle giants.
He's going to pick up points. Look at this. 9-3, 9-3, 9-3, 9-4, 9-5. 9.35, so he matches Bauer's score, and Iowa State stays 5/100ths of a point ahead. It's coming right down, as you said, the last one.
Oh, geez, it sure might.
Here is Nebraska's Jim Mikas.
Jim's a very good high bar performer.
They have Johnson and Cahoy yet to come.
Inward stalled or immediate hop, very nice. Very difficult. Stoops his legs between his hands, some inverted giants, very nice. Hops out. Stalder, immediate pirouette. And there's his Tkachev flip, very nice, and he caught it very well. Half turn out of that. Another regular stalder. Be preparing for his dismount. A couple of giant swings for speed, and a full twisting double back and a stuck landing. Nice routine for Jim Mikas, and Nebraska needed it, and he gave it to him.
They don't have to be any. Can't have any slips from here on. Very nicely done. You see he's happy about it, walking around, and here's the second look.
There's the Tkachev flip, looking for the bar, very nice. It's kind of a reverse heck. He had a little bobble right there, but covered up real well. Right back into his stalder.
And oh, did he score?
Preparing for his dismount. A very nice half in, half out. And a great landing. Jim Mikas, Nebraska.
I see a 9-7, a 9-5, a 9-5. And the head judge, 9-5. How about that? 9-5s for Jim Mikas. That really puts the pressure on when Iowa State's coming up second in each round. I should say coming up third, actually, but after Nebraska. 9.50 for Jim Mikas. And David Wright of Oklahoma is up next, then Rick Atkinson.
You got to look at the last two performers for Nebraska and Iowa State, Yasu Kuniosh and Phil Cahoy. Phil hasn't been in the meet all afternoon, so it's going to be quite a job for him to get through an exercise and do it well.
But he has the obvious ability. We'll see how he feels.
Dave Wright, one-arm giant swing, very nice and a very difficult skill. It's extremely hard, of course, to hold on. Stoops his legs through, and
which would seem to be one of the minimum qualifications, I guess.
Yes.
For a routine, and unfortunately, the next time around, not so good.
Tell you what happened there, Doug. He went up almost straight up, and because of it, did not have any rotation, and ended up just hanging up. There was Jim Howard, the Nebraska assistant coach, and Jim's been with the program for a long time. Just done a fabulous job with that program along with Francis. Let's get back here to Dave, back up on the bar, casts up. Stoops his legs through, there we go. Back into inverted giants. He would have liked to have done that the first time. Half turn out. Regular stalder. Giant swing. And a pike double back dismount. Good landing. Too bad, Doug, he had a little problem right there because he had some interesting parts. His inverts the second time, of course, was very good in the one-arm giant swing, but just lost it a little bit on that first stoop in.
And the tension begins to build here as Rick Atkinson goes to get ready. As we take a second look at David Wright.
He did free hip stalder, and there it is, a one-arm giant swing. Back up to the top. Pirouettes. Stalder. He's getting ready for a stoop in, and I think we can see what happens right here. He stoops in, he shoots straight up, and just lost his support there and didn't have the rotation in order to go over. and had to come down and remount.
Scores for David Wright, 9-0, 8-8.
9-0, 8-8, 8-9,
Next for
9-0. So that's 8.95 for Wright. Here is Atkinson. Well, if you want to match it head-on-head, he has to match a 9.5 by Mikas.
That's going to be a tough job to do. Of course, Rick's a good high bar performer. Stems right up to a handstand. Staller's out. Hit the bar there a little bit. Pirouettes. Flyaway half. Very nicely done. Full twist, regrasp. Tips back up. Shoots out. Eagle Giants. Pirouette half turn. Preparing for his dismount. And a nice double back and a very nice landing. Good job for Rick Atkinson. I'll tell you what, Doug, he didn't quite have the execution that maybe Jim Mikas did. He had some very good difficulty, and I'll just leave this one up to the judges, I guess, but here's his flyaway half.
Boy, he was a long ways from that bar.
Long fingernails on that one. Full twist, catch, kips back up to the top. Now he stoops in into Eagle Giants. It's a requirement to have a cubital or a dorsal grip during your exercise. Preparing for his dismount, and a nice high double back, kicks out, and a nice landing. A little bit of a hop. Good job for Rick Atkinson.
Well, he has some good scores. You see, Ed Gagne was very pleased with these people today. 2 9.3s and 2 9.4s, 9.35. So actually, the 1/1500ths difference puts Nebraska ahead by 1/10 of a point. And here we go into the next set. This is the man who's done it all day, Scott Johnson. He's the all-around leader, 47.9 going into the last event.
Tell you, Doug, 47.9 isn't a bad all-around score for 6 scores, and he's only done it with 5. As a regular staller, a one-arm giant for Scott, a new part, very nice. And a very nice Delchev, or a flyaway half. Beautiful form, put it right where it was supposed to be. With a little problem right there, but he pulled it out. His arm bent a little bit on his inverted giants. Stalder, getting ready for his dismount. Full twisting double back and a stuck landing. Scott Johnson, great gymnast, had a great day.
He just looks so strong. He overpowers these events.
You know, it was really funny because Scott was not a real heavily recruited gymnast out of high school. A lot of people knew who he was, but he's just come on so good. Here's Scott's one-arm giant. Back up to the handstand. And here's his Delchev. It's a flyaway half turn, regrasp the bar. Very nicely done. Very difficult part, and he made it look easy. Let's see what happens here. He stoops his legs through. Now, his one arm bends a little bit right there, but he pulled it out okay. And he got his inverts going again, and he was in good shape for the rest of the exercise.
Good scores. 2 9.5s, 2 9.6s. That's 9.55 for Scott Johnson. He started out today in the first 2 events with 9.5s, and he got better. Well, I'll give you his all-around score, 57.45.
Boy, that's a heck of a score, and Scott just did a great job today, and it's really fortunate that he's going to be around for a few years to represent the United States in all the international competitions.
Should mention that Brett Finch has easily topped his best all-around score of the year. He's 55.55 for Iowa State. This is Robbie Mahurin.
Robbie did regular Stalder, flyaway half, very nice.
A lot of those flyaways these days.
That's right. Pirouette, immediate free hip. Staller out in the free hip. And a blind change right into Eagle Giants. Very nice. Half turn out. Be preparing for his dismount. And a double backward somersault. Very nice, and a good landing for Robbie Mahurin. Good routine. You know, sometimes, Doug, it's unfortunate. I mean, that was an excellent job that Robbie just did, but there seems to be a little bit more emphasis on this tight competition between Iowa State and Nebraska, and so don't count Oklahoma out. They're a young team, and they're going to be tough.
Robbie Mahurin. We'll take a second look here.
There's a pirouette, Stalder, immediate blind change. Hops back out to a free hip giant. Back up, blind change and right into Eagle Giants. Hops out, immediate half turn. Prepares for his dismount. Good fast giant swings, a nice high double back, and a very good landing. Robbie Mehuron from Oklahoma.
9-5, 9-6, 9-6.
9-5, 9-6.
Next for Iowa State, Lon Lindell.
Well, his score is 9-6. That's a very nice score. In fact, that's the best so far. And here is Lon Lindell.
Lon mounts with a cast.
9-6-5 would tie it, just in case you want to know.
Regular stalled or immediate blind change right into eagles. Half turn out, very nice. Blind change. Heck vault. Kip hop up. Back into back giants. Pirouettes. Regular giants. Be preparing for his dismount here. And a very nice half and half out for Lon Lindell. Well, I tell you, he's going to put the pressure on the last couple of guys. That's what it's going to come down to. Good routine for Lon. Good difficulty. Nice dismount. Let's take a look at it again. Here's his Eagle Giants. Comes out of a couple of those. Immediate half turn. Does a blind change. Right into a heck vault. Catches the bar. Kips up. Right back up to a handstand. Giant swings. Pirouette. Couple of giant swings, get ready for his dismount, and a very nice full twisting double back, looking for the ground, and a good landing for Lon Lindell, Iowa State.
And he got a 9-5. 3 9-5s and a 9-4. And Nebraska picked up only 5 1/100ths of a point in that round, and they lead in the team score by 15/100ths of a point going into the very last round. Boy, I tell you, you're absolutely right.
This is it.
This is it, the last set. And here is Phil Cahoy for the only time in this meet. I understand he hurt himself this week in practice.
Yeah, he's got a kind of a bad shoulder. And, of course, Phil is the reigning NCAA champion on the high bar, but he hasn't been on the equipment yet today, so.
We'll see what champions are made of.
Very nice inverts after a stalder. Hops out. Another stalder, back up to a handstand. Phil's changing his routine a little bit because of his shoulder. Inward stalder, back up to a handstand, followed by a regular stalder. He'll be preparing for his dismount now. Full twist, double back, Phil Cahoy, very nice.
All that range up there on that high bar. Phil Cahoy. I think his coach are asking, how do you feel? And he winces a little bit. But he did it.
They needed that routine very badly. And, of course, Phil is just a fine high bar performer, always has been. Here's a stalder by Phil. Very long, very extended, very dynamic. Comes back with an inward stalder or an endo shoot right back into a outside stalder. Very nicely done. Couple of giant swings and a full twist, back out, double back, and a good landing. Phil Cahoy, University of Nebraska.
I see 2 9-6s and a 9-4 and another 9-4. I wonder how he does when he feels well. That is a 9-5. Now, if you want to come right down to it, it's going to take a 9.65 by Cunios to tie the meet. The very last performer has got it in his hands. Here is Mike Sims of Oklahoma, the last all-arounder up.
Stem stalder for Mike, immediate pirouette. A mixed grip stalder, very nice, followed by another stalder right after it. Flyaway half, and again, some long fingernails to catch that bar. Good job. Inward blind change. Stoops through. Some big inverted giants. Very nice looking high bar performer. Good extension, very dynamic. Nice stalder. Coming back, some giant swings, and a double back dismount, a very nice landing. Mike Sims of Oklahoma ending up with a very good exercise today, Doug.
And I'll tell you, the people in Hilton, as you probably couldn't have done last year when one of the scores didn't count, know very well what's required here by this last man up on the high bar, Yasu Cunios, who came from Japan to the United States and has it in his power.
Well, he's the, as we know now, the 1980 Big 8 high bar champion. And I'll tell you what, Doug, I'd have to make this, I'd say the equivalent would be, he's going to have a 3-point play on this one. He's going to have to score the basket and make the free throw right after in order to pull this one out.
Well, I'll tell you, we don't want to overlook a wonderful high bar routine by Mike Sims. He just scored a 9-7 to take the lead in that individual event. He did a first-rate job in the all-around as a result of that. And here is Yasu Kuniyoshi.
Okay. Yasu starts out with cast, back up rise, free hip, right immediate hop, straddle heck vault, very nicely done. Back hip, cast, German giant, kip, hop, half turn, cross change, immediate half turn out, toe on toe off, blind change, preparing for his dismount.
Now let's see it.
Brandy out flip it. Landing very nice, Yasu Kuniyoshi.
Just a little step back there at the end. And
I don't know what to say, Doug. It's going to be close. I think we'll let the judges decide this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, I don't know about you, but I think I like the new rule.
Oh, most definitely. Sure makes you stay to the last routine.
Yeah.
And even right now, I don't think Francis Allen knows who won the meet, and of course
No.
We don't either. Here's a 9-3.
Somebody gave him a 9-3. Of course, he needed a 9-6-5. You heard the crowd. 9-3, 9-3. Well, it looks like Nebraska managed to hold off. 9-5, 9-3, 9-5, 9-4. And it's 9.35. And it's going to be a victory for Nebraska on this big triangular meet. Just barely.
It was a great routine by Kuniyoshi. He lacked a little bit of difficulty right there in comparison to the last couple of Nebraska competitors.
Well, that made it 9.35, and the win goes to Nebraska by 0.3 of a point. You have to give credit to these Cornhuskers. There are the final results in the high bar, and point out that Sims is the winner. Here are the individual winners. Announcer John Pritchard.
Iowa State's Brett Finch. The winner of the pommel horse event, a tie at 9.50 between Oklahoma's Mike Sims and Nebraska's Scott Johnson.
There's Mike Sims.
The winner of the rings event with an average score of 9.65 is Nebraska's Scott Johnson. The winner of the vaulting event won with an average score of 9.70 by Nebraska's Jim Hartung. The parallel bars event won with an average score of 9.60 by Nebraska's Scott Johnson. And the high bar event won with an average score of 9.70 by Oklahoma's Mike Sims. In the all-around competition, in third place, Iowa State's Brett Finch at 55.55.
His best score of the year.
In second place, Iowa State's Rick Atkinson, 55.95.
His best score of the year.
And the winner of the all-around competition at 57.45, Nebraska's Scott Johnson.
His best score of the year, as you would expect as the season moves along.
The team total is in third place, Oklahoma, 267.25. In second place, Iowa State, 274.55. And in first place, Nebraska, 274.85.
Couldn't ask for much better competition than that.
No, I'll tell you what, too, Doug, you still have to remember that Nebraska was without Jim Hartung and Phil Cahoy in the all-around, and that gives you an idea of the power of this team.
Give that team credit. They do it with injuries. And we enjoyed bringing you this great triangular meet between three, perhaps right at this moment, the three best teams in the country in collegiate gymnastics. Well, once again, that final score, Nebraska, 274.85. Iowa State, 274.55. And Oklahoma, this young Sooner team, 267.25. For Mike Jackie, I'm Doug Brown. Good night.
College gymnastics was made possible by a grant from Friends of IPBN.